You could just ask me questions.
All right. Well, I'm standing. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Debbie.
Good afternoon. My name is Maria.
Maria?
Maria.
Ma-
Maria.
Maria. Pleasure to meet you. Please have a seat.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for coming in for this interview. And I just would like to take a few moments to ask you a few questions. Right? I know that your desire is to work with adolescents, correct?
Yes.
And so we're looking for a position in our counseling center to work with adolescents. Could you please tell me, why did you decide that you would like to have this type of career?
When I was in high school, I took a psychology class, and since then I love the class. I love how our mind work, and yes.
So if we have a
And also I like helping people.
I'm sorry?
I also like to help people.
Okay.
But you would prefer American.
I'm going to invite you to project your voice so I can hear you. Okay.
I'm nervous.
I know. And that's what I really want to hear from you, because that means that you're taking this seriously. So when you're nervous, you need to make sure that you project your voice just a little bit more, because when we're nervous, we tend to talk silent, more quiet. Okay? All right.
What else?
It was why you decided you'd like to have this position. We are asking you to work with adolescents. So how do you handle teenagers?
Teenagers. With patients, a lot of patients.
Okay.
And I have a nephew, so I encourage him to continue school, to play like sports and like be out there. Like, he's a little troublemaker, so I try to help him out with homework, and he plays a lot of video games, so I try not to let him do that.
We've had some.
Okay.
So I want him to,
in the past at
and
this high school.
he has a bad
And I've had to evaluate teachers
temper.
on different issues.
So, and
So
his
we're
parents
trying
don't
to
really know how to control that.
choose a teacher
So I
that
try to go and help them out
feel could fit
and
the
talk
mold
to
of
both of
this
them.
high school.
And
How would you treat your
that
students?
got me into helping adolescents.
All right. So do you feel like you work really well with adolescents and their parents?
Right.
Is that what you're communicating to me? All right. So have you volunteered in any situations other than your nephew? Have you volunteered like at a teen center or anything else?
Not yet.
Okay. All right.
But I also help. I also help with older people. I'm a caregiver. So I work for a lady, and she's in a wheelchair. So and it's nice helping her out too. Like, I feel good about myself. And when she's in need, I'm always there. Try to be there when she needs me.
Do you care for her in her own home?
Yes.
Okay.
Private, yeah.
Do you provide meals for her? What type of care do you provide?
Meals, groceries.
So you make the meals
Yeah.
for her?
Sometimes.
Okay. Excuse me for interrupting our interview. Ladies and gentlemen, when you have finished obviously interviewing the one person, then you'll switch roles. Okay? Thank you. All right, prepare meals. Do you go grocery shopping for her, or do you
And we
take
also-
her?
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
She likes it a lot. So
So you take care of her wheelchair, putting it in and out of the car, and
no, not the car, just the bed, and out of the bed and like on the bed.
okay.
So morning and night.
Okay.
So
How long have you been doing this?
2 years.
Okay. Same person?
What would you do to make sure this
All right.
is appropriate?
Are you paid for that position?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I think a teacher.
All right. Now, I know that you said that, our position right here is working with adolescents. So how do you feel like your experience working with an older person, having to prepare meals, take her shopping, how do you think that's helped you?
In a way, it's also like taking care of a kid, a child,
Okay.
at the same time.
Okay.
So it's an experience that
All right.
because she needs help, so she can't do stuff for herself. So I try to be there for her, and I also talk to her. I also I'm her friend.
All right.
More than anything.
Okay. And how old is this woman about?
52.
All right. What kind of goals do you want to accomplish?
I want to be the person that is there for somebody when they need help, and for them to feel confident around me, and try to figure out if there's a problem, so they could express themselves better. And
Okay. All right. So what type of career goals, like educational goals, what type of degree are you looking to get?
PhD.
PhD. PhD in psychology?
Yes.
Okay. And have you already selected the schools?
Not yet.
All right. Are you working on your AA
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
All right. And when do you plan to complete that?
About a year. Transferring next fall.
Basically,
Okay.
you know, when
AA for this year, then you'll
Right.
finish.
Mhm.
Okay.
approach a student,
And
or
then-
assistance or help,
And then
you
you'll
know when to
transfer.
back off.
To San Bernardino.
Let-
San Bernardino.
The teacher should acknowledge what
Okay.
when a student
And finish your BA there?
Right.
All right. And when do you plan to complete that?
You have to
In about 2
understand
years.
All right.
the
2
student's
years?
personality.
All right. And then you'll go for, are you going to do a PhD program or are you going to do a master's program?
I still need to look into that.
Okay. All right.
Hopefully going straight to the PhD.
and that goes
All right. Would you like to have your own clinic? What's your long-term goal?
that goes hand in hand with volunteering.
Maybe
and stuff, too.
it
That's
start
where
on
students really show themselves.
with the
Classroom.
what's it called,
Their students, but after that,
institution, I
activities.
guess.
All right.
And then go from there.
Okay.
Teenagers that
So would you prefer to work at a hospital or a school? Okay. That's your preference, a school?
Right, school or
Okay. All right.
It's been a nice interview.
All right. Well, thank you for Maria. Appreciate your time,
you.
and we will be in touch with you. Okay.
Is it positional?
All right, you have 3 minutes to complete this exercise.
Do you see yourself working here in
Cross your legs right here.
okay.
Put your hands right here. There you go.
I do
We'll have to be audited.
I'm going to encourage you to keep your hands on your chair.
No, no, no. I'm
Who's
kinda-
interviewing?
I'm asking.
He's interviewing me.
But we're not in character right now.
Okay. All right.
He
Just
doesn't understand the career.
Yeah.
okay. All right. Because if you're being interviewed at a certain person's desk, it is considered invading their space if you put your arms or hands on their desk.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's just like going and watching someone's computer screen.
About what?
You go and look at someone's computer screen.
Yeah. Yes, that would be like an invasion of their privacy. All right. So are you ladies done?
yes.
Okay. So, what did you learn?
From her.
No, just about the whole experience. Were you sitting correctly? Were you keeping your chair from swiveling? Okay. All right. All right.
It was a good experience, actually.
Did you answer with confidence?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we both did.
Okay. So how would you describe her body language during the interview?
She seemed really enthusiastic about what she wants to do, and I think she would do a good interview.
Okay. All right. Okay. You will be asked to stand and make the presentation of the person that you just interviewed. Okay.
How can you do that? I mean, how can you stand in front of people and speak? How?
I'm going to give you some pointers.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so hard for me. I get all nervous, and I'm not like that confident with, with what I'm saying.
See, that's the key.
There's no.
That's the key. When you feel confident about what you're communicating, then it takes the fear away. So if you're prepared, that's more than half the battle. All right? But it's when we go to a situation and we think we can just wing it, and then it will mysteriously come to us. you know, that's when we start getting that nervousness because we're not prepared, right? How many of you have ever cooked a meal? Right? You've cooked a meal. So if I asked you to go in and fix me dinner, would you be able to do that?
I'd be nervous because I wouldn't know if you would like it or not.
But if you knew how to cook a meal, I just go,
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
just fix me your favorite meal to make. All right, so you would go into your kitchen. Would you be really nervous? Why?
Because I know what I'm doing.
Exactly, you know what you're doing. That's the key, you know what you're doing. All right, so when you're public speaking, for example, for like me today, I know what I want to say. I know where I want to take you. So it's just like me going into my kitchen and cooking a meal.
Okay, I see.
All right, if you, so see, if you've done it over and over again, then you're not thinking, oh my gosh, I hope I have a mixing bowl. You know, I hope there's the right food in the refrigerator. You know, what I'm saying is you already have everything that you need. So when you're speaking, I'm going to invite you to think, I already know everything I'm going to say. All right, that notebook has my notes. All right, so I've taken the time to write down what I want to say. So it's in order in my head. So I'm not going, oh, I hope I remember this, I hope I remember this. I have already written it out, right? Just like a recipe. You know, you follow the recipe, but pretty soon you don't even have to open up the cookbook because you already have it memorized, because you've done it over and over and over, all right? In public speaking, it's the same way. And you realize that all you're doing is having a conversation with more than one person.
I think it's easier when you know about the topic as well, and
Yeah.
it just smoothly flows.
Exactly, exactly. So when you realize all I'm doing is having a conversation with you, I just happen to be in a standing position, talking to 5 people rather than just one, it's the same thing. I'm having a conversation because I really want to communicate to you some things that I have found valuable in my life and in my career, because I want to pass them on to you so that you can be successful quickly, right? That's really my goal, is to help you to be successful just as quickly as possible, because we all have that first interview, all right? And is it like off the charts nerve-wracking? Yeah, it is. But if you can practice just some of these things and just say, okay, when I walk into a room, I'm just going to keep practicing. All right, so when I walk into a room, I'm going to make sure I'm aware of all my surroundings, right? So if I walk into somebody's home and I see paintings that have like a signature and it's their same last name, I go, oh my gosh, are you like the painter? Do you see what I'm saying? Is now I've struck up a conversation, because the thing that most people want to hear,
It's about themselves.
yes, you don't want to hear about me. Oh darn. You know, so if I can strike up a conversation about you, then it automatically endears me to you, because you go, this woman cares about more than just herself. But she's taken the time to look around and say, you know, I'm a painter. You know.
Like, I have friends, and sometimes they're struggling with themselves, and I'm like the kind of person that I only say what I think. Like, I just say it how I feel it. So and my friend, she was like, okay, I'm like the kind of person that it's really hard for me to express myself with someone, and with you I can express myself, and you're not gonna judge me. You only tell me what your opinion is, and I love the way you say it, because you said this is how it is, and she was like, oh, like the way you want it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I didn't know I was like that, since that person told me the way she thinks about me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, reinforcing. All right, gentlemen, are you about done?
One more question.
Okay.
All right. So, what would you say your favorite professor or class?
Favorite professor, college experience would be Professor Billy. Because he infused technology
30 seconds.
in a way that
Only because I'm looking at the clock. We have a lot to cover.
really made me connect the dots and understand what I'm capable of.
I like
what
your
is
shoes.
My boots.
Yeah.
Thanks. Okay, let's come back together again. I want to go over a few things before you introduce your brand new employee.